Hi everyone, this is Ezgi Endam, and today we're going to talk about one of the most important things in fitness. Nutrition. We're going to talk about how to write your own meal plan so that you can cater it to suit your fitness goals. You've all heard about the 80-20 rule. This rule says that 80% of your results come from your nutrition and 20% of your results come from exercise. If you've been going to the gym, if you're kicking ass at the gym and you have a great workout formula and you're sticking to it, and week after week you're keeping track of your workouts, but you're not seeing the results that you want to see in terms of physical change, it may be because your meal plan is not aligned to your exercise plan. What am I talking about? I am talking about catering the meal plan so that it works exactly to your fitness goals. Step number 1, calculate your caloric needs. Everybody has a certain amount of calories that their body needs to consume in order to stay alive and to stay at rest. This caloric calculation is called your basal metabolic rate, your BMR. Basically is the number of calories your body needs to breathe and to stay at rest. Everybody has their own BMR. Everybody has their own BMR according to their age, their gender, their weight at the current time, etc. There is a calculator online, which we're going to link to this video in the caption, that you can go to where you can calculate your BMR. Secondly, now that you know how many calories your body needs in order to stay at rest, you're going to add more calories according to your exercise level. So if you exercise every day, you will add some calories. If you do heavy lifting and you exercise an hour a day, you'll add calories according to that. So you'll adjust those calories according to your activity level. Calculating your caloric needs has actually 3 steps: your BMR, activity level, goal. So when you come to your goal, you're going to decide, do I want to add on weight or do I want to lose weight? I hate phrasing it as losing weight because when you lose anything, you end up looking for it. It's a loss. It's subconsciously we're thinking that we lost something, so we eventually look for it again. I think that every word that we speak creates our reality, has an impact on the life that we live. So a lot of people that you see doing the yo-yo with their weight is because they keep losing weight, and then they find it again, and then they want to lose it again, but then we find it again. So instead of losing weight, in all of my videos, you'll hear me speak about releasing weight. So if you want to release weight, when we release something, we're free of it, we let it go for good. So if you want to release weight, you'll adjust your calories accordingly, usually subtracting about 10 to 15% of your caloric needs for the day. Lessen them. If you want to add mass, you're going to need to consume more calories. So your body needs more fuel, your muscles need more fuel in order to grow. So you're going to add 10 to 15% or maybe even more, depending on your activity level, in order to add mass to your body. Step number 2, adjust your macronutrients according to your goals. Now, what are macronutrients? Macronutrients are fats, carbs, and proteins. Your body needs all 3 of them every single day, a certain amount of each one every single day. That's all macronutrients are. So when you're calculating your macros, on average, a typical person will eat 45 to 65% carbohydrates, 25 to 35% proteins, and 20 to 30% fats. That's about the usual norm. However, when you know your macros, your caloric needs, etc., you can tweak your macros in order to reach your fitness goals faster and with more efficiency. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you want to maintain or build muscle mass and you increase your protein intake, which is the building block of muscle tissue, your body will be more likely to retain muscle mass and to build it with the correct exercise routine. So when you're adjusting your macros, you really want to be very, very clear on what percentage of carbohydrates, what percentage of protein, what percentage of fats are you going to consume. Now, I'm going to talk about my personal experience because that's what I've tested and what I know works. There's many different ways to reach your fitness goals. There's formulas where they don't count macros, they don't count calories, they don't do any of this. However, I'm only preaching what I know to work. In formulas where none of this was calculated, I never reached my fitness goals until I started tracking my calories and my macros. My macros most effectively that's what allowed me to train, to compete, and to win Miss Fitness Florida in 2016. So when it comes to macros, on average, I consume on a regular routine, nothing special, just my daily maintenance routine. I usually do 40% carbs, 40% protein, 20% fats. Just about. It's never perfect, okay? We're not going for perfection here. It's never exact, more or less, these numbers. However, when I'm training to put on muscle mass, I'll increase my protein intake to 50% and I'll lower my carbs down to 30%. My fats will usually stay around 20. It's the same thing when I'm looking to maintain muscle mass and burn fat in my body. So when I'm looking to burn fat, I'll increase protein, lower carbs. Fats are about the same. That's for my personal routine and experience. You'll adjust your macros according to how you feel. So again, it doesn't matter what anyone else tells you needs to be in your fitness routine. It matters how you feel in your own body. This is your life. It's your body. Nobody else can design it better for you than you can for you. So if you don't feel really good on the macros I've described and you don't feel great, adjust them. Adjust them. Increase your carbs, see how you feel. Increase your fats, see how you feel. If you don't feel great with such high protein, lower your protein intake. Ultimately, you want to design your macros so that it has longevity for you. It's something that you can maintain. If you're doing a targeted plan, like a 3-month fat burn plan, it's something very specific, then that's one thing. But if you want to design a meal plan that you can stick to for the rest of your life, make sure that it's something that works for you. Otherwise, I promise you're gonna go off the plan and you might get on a yo-yo diet. You don't want, that's the last thing that you want. So know your macros, calculate your macros, know exactly the amount of carbs, proteins, and fats you're going to eat every single day. Okay, step number 3 is use a nutritional tracking app to track your goals. My favorite one is MyFitnessPal. This app, there's more out there, you can research them. The most popular one is probably MyFitnessPal. This app will allow you to log in your food and it will tell you the percentage of macros that it has, the percentage of carbs, fats, and proteins inside the food, the calories. You can use these apps to track, to scan even what you're eating, and it'll automatically import all the calories and macros, and it will tell you how close you are, how far you are from reaching your goals. They are incredible. So make sure you use a tracking app to track how you're doing as far as keeping accountability and as far as getting to your goals. Now, tracking is not forever. Tracking is until you understand what a plate of food looks like that your body needs in order to thrive and in order to get you to your goals. So it took me about a month, really, to learn how to track my food and to understand the amount of food I needed to eat at whatever time in order to reach whatever goal. It took me about a month of tracking every day what I was eating and logging it into the tracking app. You can learn it in 2 weeks, you can learn it in 1 week. I don't know, depending on you, but it's not something you're gonna do forever. Rest assured, it's only something you'll do for a few weeks until you understand what 4 ounces of chicken looks like, what 8 ounces of salmon looks like, what a cup of broccoli looks like, etc. So it's crucial that you track your goals so that you can see if you're meeting them or not. So step number 3 is sign on with a nutritional tracking app so you can track your goals. Step number 4 is stay consistent. If you don't stay consistent and you give up on yourself within a week or two, it will not matter. You will not see change in your body. You might feel a little bit different, but more than likely you're not going to see any drastic change in your body. However, if you stick to your plan for 4 weeks, you will see a difference. So whatever plan you set for yourself, stick to it for 4 weeks and see what it does for you. Okay, so now I'm gonna share my results. I have my 4-week results from when I first started training, when I first learned about macros and started tracking my food. Remember I told you it took me 4 weeks to understand? Okay, so in this picture on the left, you're looking at me when I first started training and when I first decided that I wanted to do something about my fitness. Very specifically, I started to train to compete in a fitness competition. That was my goal, was to get myself on stage. And then to the right is my results within 4 weeks. And to be honest with you, if it weren't for these pictures, I would not have known how much of a difference my body had created within 4 weeks of input, within 4 weeks of nutritional tracking and 4 weeks of exercising. My exercise routine at the time was lifting weights 4 times a week and cardio once a week. I wanted to maintain as much muscle mass as possible, which happens through weight training and with limited cardio. So those were my 4 weeks results. Now fast forward 6 months. When I kept up this routine for 6 months, this is my result. I got on stage at Fitness Universe, Florida, and I won first place. Again, step number 4, stay consistent. You might not see the change in your body because you're in it every single day. However, if you take pictures and you track your progress, you track your fat percentage, you track your pictures and your waist circumference, butt circumference, etc., you will notice a difference if you stay consistent. Remember, minimum 4 weeks. Anything above that is up to you. So a quick recap. Step number 1 in order to design your meal plan is to calculate your calories. Step number 2 is calculate your macros. Step number 3 is start logging in your food into a nutritional tracking app. And step number 4, most important step, stay consistent. Stay consistent. If you got value out of this video, please give a thumbs up or subscribe for more videos. Thank you for joining today, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.